What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. It is Lineman Life Live, and we are your linemen of Lineman Life. I'm your observer, Lineman Uche Nwaneri, here with my co-host, Justin Blaylock.
What's good, people?
We are getting closer to NFL kickoff. The preseason games are ramping up a little bit more physical, a little bit more rough. And we're going to talk about it because there is a story that's hitting the social media universe from the Bengals Giants preseason game. Warren Sharp put a tweet out there talking about how dirty a cut block was on that is Thibodeaux. Oh, Justin just dropped out. Well, we know he's got that MacBook. He'll be back in here in a minute. But definitely a hot topic that was talked on during the game because Thibodeaux ended up actually spraining his MCL, and he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. I believe, was it sprained or was it torn? Do you
I think it's sprained.
Yeah, I think it's sprained.
But even a tear isn't that serious.
Yeah, for an MCL, like a tear or a sprain, either way, it's not something you're going to have to get surgery on. And, you're going to take about a month off. I had one of those before in college, so I kind of remember how that played out for me. But it's definitely something that a lot of people have been talking about. Let's take a look here at the video itself, because there's been a lot of, I would say, ignorance to the topic. Because you have somebody who's in the media like Warren Sharp who comes out and puts out this tweet, dirty AF. And, when you look at this, it doesn't look pretty because it is, it's an injury. But we'll go through real quick. It's a 5-second clip. I think if you know what they're doing on this play, which we'll get to in a second, then you'll understand why I do not believe this is a dirty play at all.
They prevent the defense. Another look at it, Carl. Yeah, you got to get.
So it's not pretty.
Yeah, you gotta get.
It's not pretty, especially when a guy's leg gets caught up like that. Definitely not pretty. But you got to understand how football is played to know that this was not a dirty tactic. Now, he wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one who jumped on that bandwagon, and I was quite surprised that this person, Emmanuel Acho, I was surprised that he so quickly responded to this play the way he did. I mean, you can see here he says this is ridiculous, dangerous, and cowardly. I mean, that's taking a shot at the guy who did it. Straight cowardly.
Cowardly.
Prayers upon Kayvon. Kayvon. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that is. Kayvon Thibodeaux.
I think it was Thaddeus Moss that threw the block.
Yeah. But this is a surprise to me because this dude played in the NFL.
Right. And the trenches, no less.
People,
and
as a quarterback, like he's been in the trenches. I mean, look, Emmanuel Acho didn't play long in the NFL. He didn't play very long. He didn't play very much, but he played. He had a cup of coffee per se. But Dan Orlovsky.
I mean, his brother played a long time. Like they know better.
Yeah. They should know better. This is a cat who got caught up in the mix, just buying the hype on somebody else being Warren Sharp, who just put it out there because it didn't look cute and he doesn't know football like he thinks he does. It created a bit of an uproar. So, thankfully, we have people in the social media coverage, commentary sphere who aren't just players, but individuals who've actually been part of the scouting, who've actually, looked at these kind of plays on a regular basis to evaluate players' skills. A guy here by the name of Brett Coleman. Now, I know Brett Coleman. I've actually talked to him a few times. He used to be a scout in the NFL. This guy does have pretty good knowledge on, just how these things work. And he knows that this is not, and I even put here in my response to his tweet, because he tweeted a video that actually specifically goes into the play. We're going to look at it here in a second. But I just said his correct technique would have been a wrong shoulder, would have given his knee a better chance, as he would have been engaged with the opposite leg, avoiding the helmet to knee part. And, of course, he replies 100%, because this is how the play is run.
Quite frankly, it's bullshit. This is called a cut block. It is commonly used on the
Now he takes shots. I'll start it from the front. I didn't know if we wanted to, I didn't know if we wanted to start, because he takes a couple of shots for people, speaking on this, and not really understanding what is really happening in the play. And I thought it was, I feel him on that, because he's a big part of, football online media. This guy is pretty big. But he goes into it. Let's listen to what he has to say.
I did not think that I was going to have to do this today. I'm trying to record a podcast. I'm trying to get shit done, but apparently I have to do this first, because this narrative that Warren Sharp started this week, irresponsibly, I might add, that this block from Thaddeus Moss that injured Kayvon Thibodeaux is dirty. Quite frankly, it's bullshit. This is called a cut block. It is commonly used on the backside of both inside and outside zone runs to open up the backside cutback lane, which is where those types of runs typically end up hitting like 80% of the time. Kyle Shanahan and a lot of the coaches in the general Shanahan tree refer to these backside blocks as a fifth block, but it's been around for literally decades at this point. In terms of how the injury happened, it's very simply bad luck. There are two ways that these SIF blocks can happen on the backside of zone runs. Either you cut them down by aiming for the thigh pad and
see, and right here, what Thibodeaux should be doing is this left arm with the armband on it that you can see, that should be the shoulder that he's hitting this guy with. His legs would be flipped. He would be taking on this guy's cut with his shoulder, or using his hands as you're supposed to avoid that block. Pick up your legs and get your hands down on the back of this guy's shoulder pads and stuff him into the ground, keeping your eyes up so you can see where the ball is. That way he can react back inside if it goes inside, or he can chase it down if it goes outside. He is in the wrong position.
Like a sprawl in wrestling.
Yes, like he is literally doing the exact opposite of what he should be doing. His legs are leading him here. He's led by that right leg. And he has no look, he has to lean over his own knee at 90 degrees to take on this block. That leg is at 90 degrees right here.
Yep.
That's not how you take this on. That's how college players take that on. I'll be honest. That's how a college player would take that on. He should be flipped, and it should be like a mirror flip. His left shoulder should be in this dude's shoulder, rejecting that. That way he still has this area to work with this outside, or it would be considered inside arm and leg free to chase down the inside block. So this is on him. This is really on him.
Yeah.
He used improper technique against this block.
Yeah, because
that's why he got it. It's unfortunate.
If he wrong shoulders, his legs are behind him, away from the shoulder pads of the offensive player there.
Yeah. And he has leverage if he gets his wrong shoulder in. It's like opening up a can with you open that can up, because this guy is gonna basically bounce this way with his left arm and left arm opening up to the inside, which will open up this lane for this area of the field right here for him to make the defensive play on, with his inside leg and arm being free. He just runs off of it and he can make the play. Or worst case scenario, he takes this guy on with the wrong shoulder, and now here's your linebacker here who's able to get over the top of it, because that lane is gonna be presented
rolling down the front of the leg, which is what the tight end tried to do here. Or you square them up and then go near foot, near shoulder directly into the edge rusher's chest in order to open up the cutback lane that way. What Kayvon Thibodeaux tried to do here was also respond by going near foot, near shoulder into the tight end to take on.
He was in good shape.
That's a couple great high school.
He was in good shape.
The tight end
right here,
right here. He should be turning this left shoulder down into this inside area, because he's going to have this arm and this leg free to take on this, to try and make this play. It's set up like he's just not using the right technique
that way.
Like you will rarely
tried
ever
to do here was also respond by going near foot, near shoulder
Like right here, you have to be diagnosing this. And the thing is he's looking from here to here. And in seeing this come over the top, I think his eyes looked at that and he squared up.
Yeah, a little eye.
There's no reason for you to square up
into
here.
the tight.
Yeah, he's got to hug the heel line of those offensive linemen and make it like a flat, get underneath the puller essentially, and then wrong shoulder it. And like we talked about a couple times already, that's going to put his body in a better position to take on that block. The shoulder pads, he's going to hit them. They're going to go shoulder to shoulder essentially, and not shoulder to knee or hip or whatever the case may be.
Oh, snap. Yeah, so no, that's right. Like everything here is supposed to be taking place on the heels of the lineman. And the running back, again, his read is to keep it inside of this block. Like as soon as this block crosses, he's looking to follow to the inside of it any way he can. And that's the thing. His position and his responsibility is to stuff this with the wrong shoulder. Yeah. That means the running back is going to have to either do this, which is going to get him caught by this guy here.
42, I think. I can't tell.
I think that's 48 right here.
Sorry.
48 will just scrape over the top.
Yep.
Because that's him. He's taking it because this gap is now in here. He has to replace him. So he now has edge responsibility because he's taking on this kick out block. Then you have the inside. If he keeps it inside, you got 41 right here. You got a defensive lineman engaged right here who has the inside leverage on this side. So you've got people who can make the play everywhere else. It's not designed for him to make the play. But he is making the play by making this wrong shoulder on this kick out block.
Right.
Tight end to take on this SIF block.
But when you do that, this is like
that I know we're
this is literally like the wrong way to do this. Like
I'm not sure anybody's
this is the wrong way. And,
nobody is taught to do this.
Nobody is taught to do this because of this. Because what are you doing? You're giving them your knee to take out, and that's dangerous.
Yeah. At no level of football will you see this taught. I mean, maybe like Pop Warner, where the coach, doesn't know shit. But
yeah,
from middle school to high school to all the way to the pros, you're going to see wrong shoulder. Keep your legs away from the blocker.
Because it's the only way you can do it. It's the only way you can be safe. You can't be safe. Like when I saw him square up facing upfield, I was like, oh no, don't do that.
Yeah, there's
it's just not the right way.
There's nothing you can support that knee with if you do it this way. I mean,
everybody you go against is going to blow your leg out if you do that.
It's very unfortunate that his foot got caught in the ground. You would hope that essentially he just takes both legs out from under him and he kind of flips over. It's going to be embarrassing, but you live to fight another day. But here, that foot gets caught underneath. And it just looks really bad.
He plants on it. He has all his weight on it.
Yeah,
that's what he's going to try and launch into this guy with his inside half, which is like, bro, you're going to get hurt.
Like you need to. I mean, he's trying to get low and match like his pad level,
but he has to bend over that knee.
You can't get that low that quick. I mean, that guy's already down there. Unless you're like a fucking DB. I mean. Who's used to doing that?
And the DB is going to get rejected in that position. The DB is just going to get blowed right out.
Yeah, at this point, you're better off just running upfield and just whiffing.
Trying to take a shot on the running back. Try to take a shot on the running back.
Let this guy fall on his face. You run upfield. You take the minus and film tomorrow, and try to make a play later. Try to get a sack.
Yeah, no doubt.
There's nothing good's going to come out of this.
Because it looks pretty similar to a gladiator bashing someone with their shield. You lead again with that near foot and the near shoulder at the same time, so you can generate as much power as possible. And the reason why Thibodeaux did this gladiator technique, we'll call it, was that he did not expect the cup block. He thought the tight end was just going to square him up and try to go with power, and so he wanted to meet him shoulder to shoulder and overwhelm him with power. Instead, the tight end was, again, actually going for a cup block here. So Thibodeaux was in a bad position to handle cup blocks the way...
Shit, he set him up, too. You see how he gave the little flash high?
Cup block here.
He looked at him dead in his eye, too.
looked at him dead in his eye, and then went, "Whoa, damn!"
They made eyes for a second.
Oh yeah, he thought it was time. He thought it was time to clash. He said, "Nah, homie."
He thought shit was sweet.
He thought shit was sweet. He said, "Give me them ankles, son."
So Thibodeaux was in a bad position to handle cut blocks the way that he was normally coached to do, which is shooting the hands out and knocking it down before it can make contact. And as a result, he took the full force of that cut block, and he was in kind of an awkward position because he was already turned and leading with that near foot. And as a result, his knee and ankle got trapped up underneath the full body weight of the tight end.
It's
this
the first
is just
thing.
a freaking.
Yeah, it absorbs all the contact.
It's the first thing that the defender can hit.
Got trapped up.
Because look how far. Look at where that leg is. That's the first thing he can hit.
It takes the entire brunt of that blow. I'm amazed that this is all he got was an MCL. I mean, he's lucky.
Yeah, honestly, I thought his ACL was gone because the ACL usually pops from the outside going in, right?
I think so, because that one's, well, I guess it'd be like a front, like if it like kind of hyperextends. Usually, like remember Chris Godwin last year? That's usually how ACL happens.
Yeah,
MCL is the
and there's a rotation there too, right?
Yeah. It runs from the outside of your thigh to the inside of your calf, I think, or something. So like a sideways blow. But yeah, it's unfortunate for sure, but I mean, by no means dirty.
Yeah, it's not a dirty block. I think that's what it boils down to.
Defensive linemen spend a lot of time trying to fight off cut blocks.
Hey, they practice that. They practice
the hell out of cut blocks.
Hell yeah. And I know they practice that shit because that's one of the.
If you're good enough to be in the NFL, I guarantee you were getting cut every fucking snap in high school.
Yeah, and 3/4 of them in college. So if you're that guy who was playing off that edge with that kind of skill, you've had to play against cut blocks like that before. It's not new.
Yeah, so you know better.
But it's funny because anytime you see a cut block in football and people see a player get injured, they think it's a dirty cut. But no, and really, it is more often than not something that the guy who got hurt did. Yeah. That set off the chain of events that caused the injury. And again, if you're watching here and you understand what we're talking about, this is not. It's not anything that you shouldn't expect as a player, but it definitely is something that that Kayvon Thibodeaux has practiced against. And because his eyes were probably not disciplined as they should have been, I think that that is why he squared up in the hole and tried to take that on with his inside shoulder, because he was going to try and bounce back out if there was a reverse.
And see, like you said, bad eye discipline, because he has nothing to do with that. There's a player.
Yeah, he has nothing to do with that.
There's a player for the reverse behind him.
Yeah.
That
right behind him.
Coming over the top.
Who's right here, who's playing it.
Like, just do your job.
The reverse.
Don't try to do his job too.
And look, that's a young guy out there. He's a rookie, right? I mean, he's a rookie. That's a rookie mistake. That's really what that, in my opinion, that's the mistake is that as a rookie, he allowed himself to like try and do too much. And I'm not saying that he was just like trying to do too much, but even looking at that reverse, which actually caused him to go from what looked like he was going to wrong shoulder to then square himself up to the field, to the vertical length of the field. And now you're in a bad position to take on the block, but you're in a okay position to try and chase down a reverse that is not your responsibility to try and chase down, at least not in the initial part of the play.
Right.
So it put him in a bad spot. The block
and you can chase it down later, more power to you.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
As of right now,
but it's not. You're not supposed to.
Yeah, yeah. I need you to collapse this hole and make the running back bounce. Yeah, that's what I need you to do.
Yeah. That's where he would have been most effective. That's where you get that plus from. You get that plus if you wrong shoulder that cat, you get a plus, even though it hurt. And it's not the glamorous part of the play, you're getting a plus, and they're going to say you're the reason why that play got stuffed. You are, which is what they want. That's optimal use of your skills.
Weight of the tight end. This is just a freakishly timed bad accident. It's not Thibodeaux's fault. It's not Thad Moss's fault. It's not any of the coach's fault. And it's definitely not a dirty block, nor is it a cowardly block like some people in the media are framing it as. It's just bad luck. It's the wrong technique at the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's it. And Warren, specifically for you at the end here, I don't know if you mean well at this point, because this is not your first time doing this. You do a whole lot of engagement baiting with this kind of shit. If you're going to have a profile this large and a platform this large, before you label a guy dirty for throwing a cut block when he's just doing what he's taught to do to make a roster and feed his family, before you do all that, can you at least, open a fucking playbook and learn the sport that you pretend to cover? Can you just do me that favor just once, instead of labeling guys dirty and questioning their character to a very large audience that has now seen your video millions of times? I know this video is not going to get seen as much as yours. I know this message is not going to get seen as much as yours, but I want you to be responsible because you're bigger than me. You have a bigger platform than me. And I know I'm rather large, but not as big as you. And yet you're doing this shit and labeling these guys without actually understanding the fucking game you cover. So I don't mean this to come off angry. I don't normally do this, but I'm not going to sit here and let a player who did the right thing and just got unlucky have their character questioned by somebody who's, quite frankly, not qualified to talk about the mechanics of what they're seeing on the screen. So, Warren, next time, open a fucking playbook. That's all I want. Thank you. End of video.
Just call us.
Right. You know what I mean?
We'll get you right.
Real talk. If you don't, he's right. Shoot. If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, then limit, the scope, especially if you got a platform like that guy does. And let's see, Warren Sharp has 285,000 followers on Twitter. He's definitely got an audience for sure. It's spread like wildfire. That video got seen 8 million times.
Gee whiz.
So, this dude definitely does owe it to at least question whether or not it was dirty. Was this a dirty block? ? Rather than just jumping out there, capital, all caps, dirty AF. That does have an effect. That is somebody who's just doing a job. So definitely,
I think dirty would be if he wasn't looking at you, or if he was not looking,
you just came up from behind him.
Away, his body was facing the other way, and you came out and took out his knee or something. That's dirty. But if you looking dead at each other, and you just decide to chop out, that.
Hey man, I done did it. I done caught defensive ends on defensive tackles on they. You just give them the look like you about to pass set, and that's what I did to old boy from Seattle. He thought he was about to just run off the ball like a sprinter and rush me. I gave him that look like I was going to pass set. And then as soon as he got close and he started reaching that arm for it, I just cut the shit out of him.
That's the best way to do it. Great. If you just dive at these guys' legs, they're athletic enough to make you just kind of Olay block it. They just kind of step over you and then go about their business.
We got a $10 super chat from Mexican Iron Man. Mexican Iron Man, what's up, man? Where you been at, bro? He says shots fired. Pew, pew. Yeah. Hey, Brett Coleman.
The season's starting. I'm coming back.
Shots. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out to Brett Coleman too. Brett Coleman, good dude, man. He knows the game. You could see he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
He was right. He was spot on with it.
Pulled up the diagrams and everything like y'all asked.
Yeah. And then he talked that shit, which I like that because that means, he's got a backbone. He talked that shit on camera, put his face on it.
Yeah, and didn't say anonymous.
I think that he's right. Nothing anonymous. He came straight up with it, straight up. But no, like I said, I was definitely shocked that a guy like Emmanuel Acho thought that was dirty because he played like the linebacker spot. Dude, you would have been going up against those. You would have been going up against those kind of blocks. What are you talking about? You got to understand that what he's saying is really, it's not legit. You can't just let that sit out there. saying that this is dirty and cowardly. Cowardly is kind of personal. When you say cowardly,
That's attacking my
that's
character.
kind of a personal statement. That's attacking my character now. You know,
You're
so I
trying
would
to
be hot
assassinate
about
my
that.
character, and I ain't acting.
You know what I mean? If I
Jeezy would
was
say.
Thaddeus Moss, I'd be hot about that because that's some bullshit. Like, I'm playing the game, cuz. He needs to play the game smarter, not harder. Now it's harder. He's gonna be out there hurting for a month trying to get back. Which, I mean, obviously, I don't think he meant for him to be hurt. Obviously, I don't think anybody wanted him to get hurt. It's a preseason game. But you know, again, let's be real about what happened and not, you know, try to turn it into something that maybe it's not.
Right. Like
But somebody who has been, you know, but for somebody who's been chilling in the preseason, Tom Brady finally back on the radar. I think everybody kind of thought that Tom Brady was just hanging out, doing some TV shows, you know, seeing as the 7-time Super Bowl champ. He ain't coming to fucking training camp. If I was Tom Brady, I'd look that head coach dead in his eyes when training camp time comes around and be like, no, I'll see y'all before week 1. It's I'll show up on Saturday. I'll show up on Saturdays after the game and watch film with y'all. That's it. I ain't doing nothing. I mean, can anybody tell Tom Brady to show up to training camp? No, nobody can.
I mean, one guy, and he left his ass. So.
You know, yeah, one guy talked shit to him, and I'm telling you, he went and got him another championship real quick, then got the fuck up out of there, and then came back the next year and won a championship with another team. Bill Belichick has not even been able to like open his mouth about Super Bowl championships since Tom Brady has left. I think that he's proven a point that obviously as a quarterback, he can make that point that that team is one of those championships because of him, because the quarterback is often the hardest one to replace when you have a championship team. So, but Tom Brady's been gone for a week, I think it has been, from Tampa's training camp. And people have been wondering if he was on The Masked Singer, which is like a music television show on ABC or CBS or one of those fucking networks. But
one of the networks.
One of them networks. I don't know which one. I don't watch that shit. But Tom Brady comes on with a tweet, first time in a week. He says, wasn't on The Masked Singer last week, was wearing a mask though, which my initial thought was, oh, well, this cat must have caught COVID because that's the only reason I could think of why he would be wearing a mask. Now, you know, hey, man, this dude is a 7-time Super Bowl champion, multiple MVPs, multiple Super Bowl MVPs. This motherfucker just flexing on everybody with his underwear brand. Now, I know that's not Tom Brady. You know what I mean? I know that's not Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady not that good.
That's Tom Brady. He ain't that good an athlete at all. We know that motherfucker can't run. He's just got the best arm that you're ever going to see. But I mean, this dude is so chilling that he's over here advertising his underwear brand during training camp. Like, fuck y'all. I'm not even looking at my playbook. Why am I looking at the playbook for? I know all the plays.
I am.
Like, what is the coach going to tell him when he says that? You still need to work hard. We got a mission this year.
Oh, you
like
mean
Diddy to win a championship?
Like Diddy and old boy on the you see the meme from the what's the fucking music show where they just staring at each other?
Making the band.
Where they just like this at each other. Like, yeah, why you doing that shit? Like, you know who you're talking to?
I mean,
and it'd be one thing if maybe if it was BA, but it's Todd Bowles now.
Yeah,
he definitely not coming to camp for you.
He ain't coming to camp for nobody. He ain't coming to camp for nobody. He wouldn't even stay at his house when he was retired. He told his wife she could get on some shit. So I'm going back to football.
You want me to watch what? Nah.
You want me to watch what with these damn kids? Hell no. You're watching nothing with their ass.
Oh, man.
We're going back to go play some football. Y'all pissing me off. Oh, yeah. And then there's a story about him from Dana White. There's a story from Dana, and I see Michael Kenji. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah. Dana White story. Dana White apparently Dana White had Gronk and Tom Brady ready to come to the Oakland Raiders before Brady ended up going to Tampa Bay. That deal was locked up as far as Dana White tells it. How Dana White made that deal come together, I have no fucking idea.
Hey man, that guy's moving and shaking.
I don't know how he got involved with with getting a football decision being made when he's in UFC. He got his own issues out there with getting them damn fighters paid, because those fighters are only making about 17% of the UFC's actual revenue each year. And the UFC's making $1 billion a year. So if I'm them fighters, I'm getting unionized on his bitch ass.
He said there is no timetable for pay raises. He said,
as soon as he said that, we're going to go ahead and get us a union. Fuck it.
Not on my watch.
We're going to make one.
He said, nah, bro.
But
they're getting paid as they should.
Yeah, he said, that's what he said. He said they're getting paid as they should, 17%, with a $50,000 bonus. A $50,000 bonus? Bitch, I got more for that than just working out in the offseason.
Right.
Shit.
So,
you know what I mean?
You better go make you some whiskey like Conor McGregor or whatever y'all got to do.
You know what I mean? Shoot, Conor McGregor said, fuck y'all, I'm going to be a boxer where they make real money.
Right. I'm going to go have an exhibition and make 20 times what I've ever made.
And make $100 million off of that.
Off of sparring with, a once upon a time boxer.
You know what I mean?
That's, half my size.
So apparently he's putting together NFL deals because he's just that good. And he had Tom Brady and Gronk ready to go to Oakland to sign a deal to finish it off. But lo and behold, John Gruden is like, hell no, I don't want them. Which, I mean, hey, that might be another reason why his ass is gone today. But
right.
But no, that apparently held up the deal. I'm not so sure whether to believe this story or not. Maybe he thought that was happening, but you're talking about contract negotiations.
Gronk corroborated this.
Oh, Gronk corroborated it? Oh shit.
Yeah, I can't remember where.
Throw me a link.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find this shit. Because I was watching something today. Yeah, it's out there.
Was it Dana White who got this deal facilitated by himself?
And who knows what he's
with the Davis family?
Man, this guy's out here doing all type of shit.
But but everything except paying his fighters.
He said, hey, if I got to do that, I could afford to do whatever else I want to.
For real.
Yeah,
he said, shoot, my fighters ain't even talking about a union. Yeah, because they dumb. I would have been on union shit for the moment that he said some sideways shit like that. I'd have been like, all right, let's union up. See how long he holds out. He holds out.
Do any of the big individual sports have unions? Like, is there a golfers union or tennis union or anything like that? I don't know enough about.
I don't think that there is
of those.
I don't think that there's I think only the team sports. No, okay. Well, no, I won't say that. I think that there might be a union for.
There's got to be some type of body.
The major sports. Yeah, there's got to be some type of union.
Maybe it's not a union per se, but there's got to be something.
Yeah, some kind of framework. Okay, so we got let me see. We got this article here. This is TampaBay.com. TampaBay.com sports section. Rob Gronkowski confirms John Gruden Knicks deal that would have sent him Tom Brady to Raiders. UFC boss Dana White mentioned the deal, which would have predated the pair's arrival in Tampa Saturday night during UFC 278. Let's see. Well, here's a video of it. Let's check out the video. Let's check out what he's saying here.
And could you imagine those two in fucking Vegas? The audio is super low.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see here. All right, so let me see. Let's do this window here. All right. Now let's see.
It's still there. You would have
You
signed
would have
the guy.
been.
It's
You
better.
would've. So
I would have been.
I'm the one. I worked to put that deal together for Brady and Gronk to come to the Raiders.
Well, there's Gronk
And
right
It
there.
was almost
Yeah.
a done deal. And at the last minute, Gruden blew the deal up and said that he didn't want him.
Is he NFLPA licensed?
That's what I'm saying. He can't even do that. He can't even do that.
Like, didn't they just get on Roquan Smith for having somebody not licensed try to put deals together?
Yeah. You can't even do that. You can't even represent or even speak for an NFL player if you're not certified by the NFLPA as an NFLPA agent. Like, you can't. Like, you just can't. Like,
Or is he
like,
just tampering with Mark Davis? Like, hey,
and
hey,
then there is
I
that,
got
that
some
could be considered
guys.
tampering too.
I know some buddies of mine that want to come play for you, Mark. Like, what? How is he putting the deal together?
And that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Like, if he's talking about like he's just talking on the cell phone informally to cats, I mean, that still is kind of that's still walking the line a little bit too close. But as far as like putting a deal together, you're not supposed to be able to even talk to a motherfucker. Period.
Or is he like working on behalf?
He might be certified
of
NFLPA.
Vegas?
I don't know. Maybe this dude Dana White's smarter than I thought he is.
Is
I mean,
he
he's a
working
smart
on
guy.
behalf of the
Obviously, to
Raiders?
have his business, but
He's a Raiders employee. He's Mr. Las Vegas now.
Mr. Las Vegas. I mean, something. But that's, I mean, that's,
he thinks he's Frank Sinatra in this bitch.
you know what I
He can
mean?
do anything he wants to in Vegas.
Just, walks in, fucking shakes hands and hands out hundreds.
Here.
And
Whoa.
all hell broke loose, man. It was crazy. And Brady was already looking at houses, and it wasn't being said yet that Gronk was coming. So Las Vegas would have had Brady and Gronk the year that the Bucs won the Super Bowl, except Gruden blew the deal up. And there's so much story that goes along with this behind the scenes. And I was never going to tell that story till Gronk just said it. But yeah.
And Dana,
Let me tell you what, Brady
exactly
was
what
not
happened,
happy.
and you just told the story.
Oh, so there
Might be
was
why
some real
Gruden's
shit
not
going
employed
on.
right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was some shit going on there. There was some shit going on there. I mean, hey, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to think about that from a rule standpoint. I'm pretty sure that's against the rules, but at the same time, like, they're sitting here laughing, talking about it like it's informal. And I mean, I guess that can always be an argument if the NFL tried to like look into it, but the NFL is not going to look into that because they don't give a fuck. To be honest, they don't care that much. I mean, shit. Deshaun Watson got 11 games, and that is our next topic. Deshaun Watson.
Hold on, didn't Stephen Ross get fined for trying to recruit Brady?
Ooh, Miami, right?
Yeah. He got like $1.5 million fine for his involvement in trying to get Brady. So I mean, maybe there's something here.
You're right. You're right about that.
might be some meat on
okay.
this
So
bone.
the NFL might look into that. They might.
I mean, if I'm Stephen Ross, I'm sending all this video to Roger.
For real, just emailed it straight to him.
Hey, like I had to pay, 1.5. That's nothing,
For real.
Still,
you hit me in my pockets, so you need to hit these motherfuckers in theirs.
I want everybody to pay.
Everybody got to play by the same rules. If that's how we doing it, okay. So
shit, find Dana
that might
White
be
ass
something.
too.
Well, hold on now. When did they try to get? When did the Dolphins try to get him when he was coming from New England, or was that when he was in Tampa?
I am not sure of the timeline.
Yeah, somebody. If in the chat, hey, chat. If anybody knows in the chat when that Dolphins tampering situation came into play, I think it might have been. I'm thinking. I thought I heard something about it was Tampa. It was when he was in Tampa. They're trying to get him, but I'm not 100% on that. So if anybody knows in the chat, then yeah. Yeah, it's
Well, they also needed a hey, look over here distraction from Brian Flores too.
For real. Hey, so we found tampering. So shoot. 2019. So it was last season. Okay, so it was the same time as so there we go. Finn's tampering was the last season in New England, which means that could be a story. I mean, it's not gonna, this isn't gonna be earth-shattering or anything, but it could be on the same level as the Miami tampering situation.
Yeah,
where that
I'm
was
just like, hey, look,
$1.5 million fine handed out.
Look, Roger, I need you to find this motherfucker 1.52. That's all.
Shit, you need to find them 3 because they talked about it on
Like
public television. You know what I mean? They over there corroborating each other on fucking national TV.
Yeah,
they need $3 million fines.
They're having a fucking laugh out of it.
That wasn't me. You wasn't laughing when it was me. Were you, Roger? Shit.
I at least tried to. I kept my shit behind closed doors. These motherfuckers on national TV.
At least my shit was quiet, and y'all, he over here putting it on blast. The NFL don't care about player tampering.
They bragging about tampering.
You know what I mean? Boom. Hey, we broke it here first. Las Vegas Raiders tampered with New England players, Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski.
Sorry, Mark Davis. My bad. But for half the fine, I'll tell him I was bullshitting. I'll save you some money.
Oh man, that's wild. But moving on from that, Deshaun Watson. I guess the saga has finally come to a conclusion as far as the NFL and its product is concerned. The appeal that Roger Goodell had in the Deshaun Watson case, where he got 6 games, has been enhanced to 11 games, with the largest fine ever levied against an NFL employee, larger than when the New England Patriots got caught cheating and stealing plays and listening to players' plays and formations and getting all their audibles,
that would affect
games, filming everything. That was a $500,000 fine and a loss of draft picks. This
that affects the integrity of the actual game.
Yeah, something that actually affected the actual integrity of the sport of football itself. $500,000, and we won't even show anybody the tapes y'all got because they got a lot of tapes.
Well,
a lot of tapes.
A lot of them were probably destroyed too.
Oh, they destroyed all of it. That's what they're saying. They destroyed all that shit.
Cell phones, tapes.
Yep. So from there, you get the Deshaun Watson situation, which, even though in and of itself, it is also unprecedented. This is not some shit that anybody's ever had to deal with as far as, his situation goes. But he's getting 11 games with a $5 million fine. And I say, fine. I say, okay, it's over with. Now it's over. Now, of course, this wasn't enough blood for social media. This wasn't enough. There are people out there complaining that he should not be playing anymore, period, because he got accused of doing some scumbaggery shit, which, hey, I can't say that he did. I can't say that he didn't, but it's likely that he did something dumb. And even putting himself in that situation, he made himself a prime, he put himself in prime position to disappoint a lot of people. And hey, at the end of the day, they found that he did a nonviolent, they call it nonviolent sexual assault as far as the CBA is concerned. So basically, the fact that he had his dick out and was rubbing it up on people while he was getting a massage, yeah, you're going to pay $5 million, which is that's no crumbs. Let's be real. That's still $5 million.
Right.
And 11 games. So he won't get to come back until, surprise, he'll come back against the Houston Texans. Woo! That's going to be prime time. You know that's going to be a prime time game. The late game, the 4-6, the 4-7 Cleveland Browns versus the 1-10 Houston Texans. Monday Night Football. You know what I mean? 50 million viewers.
Boy, there's gonna be probably protests and shit. Someone's probably gonna run on the field.
I think people are worn out from the shit now. They don't care anymore. I mean, not that they don't care, but they're worn out from it. They just want to kind of like, they're going to boo him. We know that. He's going to get booed. He's going to get chants. Protesting, it don't bother. It's not bothering my life that much.
Well, not me, but some of these folks are pretty in their feelings. It only takes one.
Yeah, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are in their feelings about this.
It takes one person to run out in the field and do some stupid shit.
What if they fucking tore Houston Stadium up? What if they tore it apart? just the pain of losing that guy as a player, but also the embarrassment of all the fucking accusations. The fucking franchise is settling with the women. He's settling with the women. It's been an ugly saga. It's been ugly.
I mean, shit. The franchise settled with everybody, right?
Yeah, the franchise had torpedoed itself.
Even the girls that had no standing, they settled with them too.
For real, the franchise is torpedoing itself. But he's at 11 games. I think that for what the CBA allows, this is fine. This is only thing that could go. I think if you give him a full season suspension, that in my opinion would be fair if there's no fine with it. But I think they decided to go with the fine and 11 games. He's missing most of the season.
Right.
If Cleveland's not on their shit for at least 8 of those 11 games, then they probably are on the outside looking in by the time he gets there.
This could easily be a season wasted.
It could be. And then there's no telling who's going to be quarterback.
He's played well in the league before, though, in spurts. But,
he had that one solid season in Indianapolis.
Being the guy.
Well, he had a solid half a season, I think it was, because then Andrew Luck retired. He was the starter coming into the next season. And by like game 4, they was like, motherfucker, we got to sign somebody.
They on your ass.
They on your ass. We just gave you a contract, just, a feel-good contract, because you already been here with us. So they gave him what they give him? They gave him a pretty size. They gave him a nice little contract.
Deal, yeah. I can't remember exactly.
They gave him like a nice little 50 million or something like that.
Yeah,
not nothing bad at all. And I mean, by week 4, them cats were on the verge of collapse. They were like, look, bro, we got to go sign a quarterback. We're going to get Phillip Rivers in here. They got Phillip Rivers in the next year. Jacoby Brissett's still on the team. Hey, right. I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'll sit my ass right down here and keep getting that bread.
They're probably going to get like a Jimmy G or the ghost of Drew Brees.
Hey, I mean, look, Jimmy G would be their best bet, but Jimmy G's not going to go there because he knows what's going to happen.
Well, because he knows he's only got 12 weeks to
show something, and there ain't. And look, let's be honest, you can't show enough. You just can't. You don't have the capacity. We don't have the capacity.
Hey, all you gotta do is turn around and hand that shit to Nick Chubb.
For real, but he's gonna. Jimmy G still fashions himself a starting quarterback in the NFL.
I mean,
I wouldn't argue against that.
We haven't seen him throw since that shoulder surgery.
So yeah, true, and that could be. I mean, that could be.
This might be the best way to prove it for him. Even if it's just a 1-year stopgap deal.
A 1-year prove-it deal, little prove-it deal. Show them what you got.
Like, hey, I can still throw. My arm still works.
If you can win 7 games on an 11-game suspension, if you can win 7 games, bro, you're going to be.
Oh, boy, you in there.
That's enough. That's enough. Yeah.
Someone's going to pick you up quick,
fast, and in a hurry. That's enough to get you a nice, good deal. Washington will need you soon enough. Believe me. Carson Wentz is
Washington, Seattle, Houston. I mean, there's people out there.
Hey, Carson Wentz is showing he is fighting his own natural instinct to fuck games up. He's fighting it. I saw some clips from the game against Kansas City, and boy, you could tell if it was a normal Sunday in the NFL, he's throwing that for a pick. But he was I'm sure over time of the season, there's going to be teams that are going to need his services, especially teams that are like trying to vie for some kind of playoff viability, which Seattle, you got to think Seattle is going to try to get, they're going to try and compete, even though it doesn't look like they have a good situation at quarterback at all. But, I think that for Cleveland, it's going to be huge because they could have still had Baker Mayfield and they could have been like, hey, look, get your bitch ass out there and go win us some fucking games. Oh, that would have been bloody murder.
No, he'd have been out there throwing that shit like Kyler Murray, just
throwing up granny shots everywhere.
Fuck you guys.
This guy's torpedoing his career, Bob. I don't know what's going on here. But next up on the show, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman might be the man for the mission. Dennis Rodman is reportedly going to Russia, and he's coming back with Brittany Griner. And I mean, a dude who can be sitting up here kicking it with Kim Jong-un like this, I wouldn't put it past him.
Right.
Look at him. Come on, man. Dennis Rodman.
Watch him succeed.
Probably he is on a mission that will cement his legacy forever. He said, Putin is the homie. I'm going to go get our girl back.
I mean, he has to get a movie.
Oh, God, they've got to do a movie on Dennis Rodman. I mean, not only that he's had so much, he's got the inside track with a lot of fucking world leaders, apparently. Not only that, but his story is actually a genuinely pretty fucking awesome story. He's from Dallas.
I'm about to say Dallas boy right there.
Yeah, he's from Dallas. This dude is like, and you know what's crazy? I've met Dennis Rodman multiple times. I met Dennis Rodman. I actually hung out with Dennis Rodman. This was the Super Bowl that was in Tampa, 2009 or 10, I believe. Pittsburgh versus Arizona.
Okay.
I was in Tampa, ran into him at the entrance to a strip club in Tampa, right? I'm standing there with my homeboys. I got like 3 or 4 of my homies with me. We're standing in front of the strip club, and this like little van pulls up. And I swear to God, the door opens, and I just see rhinestones in a cowboy hat. And I'm talking about like a purple and pink cowboy hat, all leather. And this motherfucker, Dennis Rodman, steps out. And I just bust out laughing. I said, God damn, it's Dennis Rodman. And this dude was so cool. We hung out with this cat all night. He was one of the coolest cats I ever hung out with, as far as, do I got an echo? Do I got an echo? What's going on?
Not to me.
Okay.
I don't know what they're hearing.
But this dude was the coolest cat. And now I'm hearing one. What the heck? All right. Hold on. See what's going on here. It's that MacBook. That MacBook is giving my computer. Computer.
Not me this week, folks. Not me.
All right. So he hops out of this van. He's got on this suit with no shirt on under. It's rhinestone, purple and black, half and half. And it's just so Dennis Rodman of an outfit. I'm just like, this dude, he is a fucking legend. So we're hanging out with this cat. He doesn't drink a drop of alcohol. And, he's telling us, he takes a medication that if he drinks alcohol, it makes him like deathly sick. Like that's the point of the medication, for him treating himself, trying to stay sober. So, yeah. I mean, we literally hung out, and look, I ain't gonna front. It seemed like he was drunk, but he was a cool dude to hang out with. So I can understand when I see a picture like this, I can say, you know what? I mean, yeah, hey, dictators like sports too. They like sports too. I can see why they would want to like kick it with this cat.
Yeah, I think
And the thing
Putin plays
is,
in like some of these like amateur hockey games and shit. I mean,
yeah, where they're like
everyone just
literally
lets him
have
score.
snipers in the stands pointing at everybody
Yeah,
playing against them.
if you block his shot, we kill you on sight.
Yeah, for real. No, but yeah, you're exactly right. Like these guys like sports. They like sports athletes. And this is the thing. Being an athlete provides you with a lifelong advantage of being almost automatically in the good graces of everybody around you, even if you don't know who they are, because everybody wanted to be your ass when they was a kid. And it don't matter what you do. Everybody wanted to be you when they were a kid. So they do want to know about you as a person. They do want to hang out with you and kind of get to know your personality because that matters to them because they're a fan.
Yep.
So, when Dennis Rodman says, I'm going to go get Brittany Griner out, I'm inclined to sort of believe him. And here's a video. Here's a video from, I believe this is from Good Morning America, where they're just going into the details of this. But of course, the U.S. government's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But
chill. I need to shine from this.
Chill. Yeah, chill. But, I'm kind of rooting for Dennis Rodman to get to make something happen, to at least, get some movement on it, because if he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. I think he is. I don't think that we've seen, I don't peg him to be a selfish or just somebody who's concerned about their own image and their own brand in that regard, because he's been through a ton of shit. And if you look at the motherfucker, he doesn't look like he cares that much about what he looks like to you,
Right.
This dude was ahead of the curve in fashion. I mean, obviously he's eccentric as fuck, but he's ahead of the curve. Like all these nose piercings and everything. He's been on that since the 90s. So let's take a look at this video here from Good Morning America. They're going to talk a little bit about this, and then we will we'll kind of give a little commentary and then keep things rolling. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever we put out any of our videos or have any of our live streams. Also, pretty soon we'll be starting up our fantasy football league. I did put a poll out on the community forum today for you guys to let me know what you think, whether or not you would be willing to join a members-only fantasy football league with the channel. So if you are subscribed to the channel, make sure you check the community tab and leave your vote so we can figure out how we're going to move forward with that. But here is the video from Good Morning America. Let's listen to it, and then we'll talk.
Dennis Rodman announcing he's planning to travel to Russia to help secure the release of WNBA star Brittany Griner. With the Biden administration openly discouraging him from going, our foreign correspondent James Longman has more. James, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Whit. Dennis Rodman says he's been given permission to go to Russia to help try to secure the release of basketball star Brittany Griner. Now, it's not clear who's given him this permission. It's certainly not the White House. They are actively discouraging this trip. In a statement, a senior administration official has told ABC News that it is public information that the administration has made a significant offer to the Russians, and anything other than negotiation further through the established channel is likely to complicate and hinder release efforts. Now, the State Department has a warning on Russia not to go there. It is at level 4. Dennis Rodman does have form on this, though, with this kind of private diplomacy. He's been to North Korea before.
Hey, you see? They already like, the U.S. is saying don't nobody go to Russia, this and that. But Dennis Rodman actually does have some, he's got some experience with this. He's done some of this before.
He got a nice little resume.
He got a little resume. They listen to him. So let's see what they do. That's wild.
Speak with Kim Jong-un, and he says he knows Vladimir Putin. He's been to Russia and he knows the Russian leader. Brittany Griner, though, she's been in jail for 6 months. She was found guilty on those drugs charges and now faces 9 years in jail.
That is the sentence. But James, where do things stand now on the efforts to bring her home?
Well, the United States has offered to exchange a convicted arms dealer, Victor Bout. He is in U.S. custody for both Greiner and former Marine Paul Whelan. But that offer was rejected, so we are at a bit of a stalemate right now.
Okay, James, thank you.
This motherfucker might be the best diplomat we've ever had.
he might be the only man that can get this done.
Like,
he might be the man, the only person who can save Brittany Griner.
Damn, Jesse
the U.S. has
Jackson.
already made their
and these motherfuckers
they already made their offer.
Like,
they already made their offer.
What's he gonna do? Like, hey, take me instead. I'll give you for Brittany Griner.
Ain't no telling, bro. Ain't no telling what the fuck they gonna do. I honestly,
it'll
it'll make a great movie. If he makes something happen, it'll make an excellent movie. It will, and that's what I want to see.
Like, hey, you know I know Mike, right?
Hey, all you gotta do is say, "Hey, Putin, you want me to bring you some autographed Michael Jordan shoes?"
Mike told me he'd come over here and play you one-on-one. Mike will play you one-on-one. No cameras. He'll come.
I will bring Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan will let you beat him in a game of basketball.
Yeah, you can have Michael Jordan
on camera. We'll do it live.
We can live stream you dunking on MJ.
I mean, real talk. You know, Vladimir Putin will take that. Because if you know anything about Putin and you've seen like some of the propaganda stuff that they do in Russia, this dude literally walks into dojos with jiu-jitsu fighters and beats the shit out of everyone. And it's like, yo, they're letting him do that because I don't think that this dude, who's probably like 5'7", 5'8", I don't think this dude's a jiu-jitsu master like that. I just don't believe it.
Like, not
he's
really
over here flipping guys. He's over here putting guys in fucking arm bars.
Yeah, not really well put together. Allegedly has cancer, like pretty advanced.
Stage 3 cancer, and he can't even hold. I mean, this dude's over here like shivering, like going into seizures in interviews.
In arm bars and shit.
And he just walks into a jiu-jitsu spot and just starts beating the hell out of everybody.
Looking like Steven Seagal throwing motherfuckers,
you know what
moving
I mean?
this slow.
Hey, Steven Seagal is this boy out there too, but you know, Steven Seagal is a little bitch. Steven Seagal will be the one who's over there trying to suck up to Putin. Like, I mean, we've already seen that, but I mean, Vladimir Putin has fashioned himself to be a guy who's a sportsman. So, I mean, it makes sense to send a sportsman to go and, you know, have a word with them. I'm sure he'll be far more. I mean, look, I'm not going to even front. It ain't going to, I mean, it would be nice if it worked. But Putin is so hot with the United States right now because he is in the, I mean, this dude is in the worst position he's been in his entire time as a leader in Russia. His military has been humiliated. Like their military standing in the world is literally, them niggas ain't in the top 25 no more. They're not even in the top 25. They done fell out the rankings. They started it. It was like, you know, it's like back in the day, Michigan be like number 3.
They wouldn't even make March Madness at this point. They in the NIT tournament.
They hanging there, and I'm talking about they down 8 with 2 minutes left. Them cats is they sinking.
All you gotta say, like, yo, look, Vlad, you want to really piss the US off? Give her to me.
You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy because they're in such bad standing military-wise.
Yeah.
Putin is sick, and you know, their economy is starting to even feel more of a squeeze from these sanctions because now, by the end of the year, apparently, the EU will be totally off of their gas. So they won't. They've really been holding tight because they've been making that money off the EU for their gas while they're at war. So they've been able to kind of keep it from being too bad. But everybody's thinking, oh well, it's not.
I can take my pocket money and get like 1 billion rubles by the end of the year.
You know what I mean? You literally could go up. We could go up in Russia with the $40 and
let me get the whole
buy a block.
I want the whole block.
I want this whole block. $40. Best I can.
Vlad, get up out of here. You out of here, boss.
The ruble cratered to being worth less than a U.S. penny. That's how bad it was at a point. But it's gotten a little bit better for them, but it's also starting to get worse because now they're losing some of those oil contracts. But That's how pissed off Russia is that everything that's happening to them as a result of their own stupidity and getting into this war is also because of the sanctions that the U.S. has just ganged up on them with. Everybody in the world sanctioned. U.S. said, nobody fucks with them or we don't fuck with you. And everybody said, all right, we ain't fucking with them. But can Dennis Rodman pull it off is the question. I'm hopeful, but at the same time, if we're being realistic, it's not likely that he's going to like come walking back with her. It may have an effect or may have some influence that might help get her back at some point. He might be asked to go again at some point, but I don't think that, I don't think that it's just the timing of everything that happened to her was so worst case scenario that it's going to take she's going to have to wait till shit cools down. And that might be a couple years from now, real talk.
Yeah, it could be a while.
It might be a couple years from now. And, hey, I understand why she was there. It was, she was making more money there. She was making 4 times what she makes in the U.S. But, hey, that's a decision she made. And no, she should not be making that much in the U.S. because unlike Russia, the U.S. is based on capitalism solely. And the brand she works under in the U.S. ain't making no money. So you can't make more. You can't make more if you're not making any.
Right.
So
it's being propped up by the NBA just to do what it is now, which is barely scraped by.
The WNBA is minus 10 million on average every year for as a league, money wise. Just that's everything. They're still minus 10 million.
Yes, public record.
That league has not made money in decades. The NBA is subsidizing them. They're literally paying for them to exist. It's almost as if they're just doing it out of a courtesy at this point because they're not showing any upward mobility as a product. But the NBA doesn't want to abandon it because they can afford not to abandon it. The moment the NBA decides that they're not willing to take that L no more, the WNBA will fall.
If it was cutting them too close to they're nowhere near the red. But
hey, can you imagine if we were like under lockdown for longer than we were during COVID? Like, what if it happened again and there's another lockdown? The NBA had it. The NBA had to go take a loan out.
Yeah,
the NBA had to go take a loan out to keep their money right. They won't do that multiple times because the first thing they got to cut, you got to trim the fat. First thing gone. The shit that ain't making no money at all. And WNBA is gone. And that's that's kind of what it is. But
it was a nice run. We'll see you ladies over in
they've been going
South
for
America
25 years. I didn't even realize that.
Damn.
25 years and they're not making no money? How does any business stay in operating for 25 years and not made a dime yet? How is that possible? Because they're being paid for. But aside from that, I get why she went there, but at the same time, again, if you understand your history, historically, we're not friends with them. So if they get a chance to fuck you over, to fuck us over, then they're going to do that. And that's what they did because you gave them a chance to do that.
Yeah.
It was one pen. It wasn't like she had multiple. She had one almost empty cannabis pen. Pretty much empty cannabis pen.
You better
they
be
gave
on the
this
up and
chick
up.
9 years.
If you're traveling abroad, you better be on the up and up.
You better check all your shit and make sure you ain't got nothing in no jeans pockets.
Yeah, dot the I's, cross the T's.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened to her. She had one of them things in a jean pocket that she had just thrown in her bag because she said she was Russian. So she clearly, okay, you threw some clothes in your bag that literally had one of the pens in there. And that's how they got you.
Damn.
And that's carelessness on you at the end of the day. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, they got her ass.
Yeah, that's not even my bag, officer. I came in here with nothing.
I would have been like, that ain't mine. They'd have been like, here's your
bag in here.
Like, that ain't my name.
I did not bring a bag in here.
I didn't check no bag. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about.
All I brought were these headphones. That's it.
But we'll keep an update on that as we hear more about the situation, whether Dennis Rodman makes anything happen. I'm sure we'll find out first. He'll let social media know, I'm sure. But moving on, it's time to look at a little O-line footage. And before we get started on our regular from our top 10, I told you guys I was going to show y'all some of the good old days with us. Getting our game on in here, right? Yeah, buddy. Now let's take a look at a couple plays. We're going to start off with those Atlanta Falcons playing against those, at the time, this is the San Diego Chargers.
Back in the good old days.
Back in the good old days.
Diego Superchargers.
You knew who your team was. And we got some Justin Blaylock film to look at here, folks. Now, this is the condensed version of the game. But there's some things here that definitely want to take a look at. And it's not going to give us an end zone look here, but this is, we're going to do a little bit of breakdown and just some quick stuff, looking at some of the stuff Justin's doing here. Does a good job sitting in here. Eyes to his man, like we talk about, keeping the outside arm and leg free. Got his eyes to his man. Come on now. Y'all remember, we looked at film from the Chargers last time. And you remember how bad everybody on that O-line looked?
Oh, gosh.
And it's like, yo, what are they doing here? Why are they all just looking pretty bad?
Yeah, this is what we call a pocket.
This is a pocket. You see this room that the quarterback, all this room he has?
Yeah, up there making sandwiches. Ooh.
I mean, I would argue, even here, I would argue that this era of football, which probably goes up to about 20, probably like 2018, 2017, 2018. If you compare just the skills and how sharp things looked then from what I would say 2007 to 2018. From then to now, there's a drop off. It's noticeable because that Chargers film was pretty ugly. It was ugly.
Yeah, that was rough.
It was pretty ugly. And even before that, the Green Bay film was not very good either. That was pretty ugly.
The big men aren't. There's something missing.
There's something missing. Now,
players are more skilled than ever. I will say that. But there's something that's been lost. Something's been lost in the trenches.
Yeah, the trenches have lost something of some sharpness and bite, in my opinion. Now, if you look here, you can see Justin's engaged, arms locked. He's got his dude stuffed out. That's how. Look at this pocket. Quarterback has room.
Yeah, step up, step into your throw. Ooh, it even got downfield on you too.
Uh-oh.
You got to write that one down because that's not happening very often.
Back it up. Okay, so we got that one.
I was not a big chase the ball guy.
Oh, no. If it's more than 10 yards away, I'm not coming. So here we go. We get a little block there. Guy look like the center stepped on you.
You got to take
he knows
it.
Look at him. You can
see it's still in the next play. Fuck that MCL. Don't need that shit. Oh man.
Okay, good job there. Pockets clean. Each one of these pockets been clean. Look at this. Now, we've seen guys take the wrong guy here. You can see this is defenses will do this to you. And it's after this play.
Yeah, they're just trying to make sure you're brushed up, on your assignment.
See, now this is a linebacker and defensive a linebacker and DT blitz right here, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to try and rush this guy in here to make him feel like this is going to be a game. So he's going to so there's two ways that this can play out. One way is right, one way is wrong. You can either set on him and take him inside as you're blocking, or you can set on him, send him inside, and then come off to pick up this backer. Now, this is the smart thing to do. You stay on this guy because this is on the quarterback, because he is actually in most coverages, he would be guarding this running back.
Yep.
They've blitzed him and given the running back to the safety. The safety, he can't get there. He's late. He's going to be late. But
that's also
here, I've seen guys
Tony
who
Gonzalez.
And it's all yeah.
You're not gonna just
It's also a fucking Hall of Famer. You're not letting him just run. He's still good. You're not gonna let him just ride off through there. But the thing is that I've watched guys send this guy to nobody, and he runs in there and makes a sack.
right
Because he comes off to pick up this blitzer. So the quarterback knows he's hot off this guy. He gets the ball out, and boom.
Yeah, just like we talked about earlier with the Thibodeaux play, do your job.
Yeah.
You don't
You
worry
can't do
about
everybody else's job.
Yeah, you're not getting
Here we
paid
got
enough
run
to do two
blocking.
jobs. Unless you're the
You know what I
quarterback,
mean?
you're only getting paid enough to
Hey,
do one guy's job.
You only get paid to get one job. And nobody, and if you fuck up your job, your name is going to be in the paper.
Oh yes, because guard is one stop from the bus stop.
Oh, yeah. Guard is motherfucker. If they find out it's you, they're going to make sure that they talk shit.
Oh,
We got a good blocking here on the run game. Another good pass set there.
oof.
Back it up a
Tony
little
getting
bit.
off. Goodness gracious.
I mean, everything looks clean. Like
Yeah,
the formation of the pocket is clean. I mean, you're not even some of these guys, like they know, like he's got him locked out here. So there's no getting off. And this guy was a Pro Bowler too. This was his rookie year, I believe, 94.
That's
He ended up going to the Pro
legit,
Bowl.
I think.
Yeah, legit. Oh, bro, I worked him so bad in our game when we played against them, but he was good. Like he was working our left guard.
He ended up being a pretty good player.
Yeah.
This is pre Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
I believe.
Pre-Bosa. There's
Yeah,
Keo
yeah.
Spike.
This is 2012. Shit.
Good blocking here. Good
We
blocking
just
here.
chilling.
You know what I mean? Especially when you go against. Oh, we got a screen.
See, should have cut him. Should have cut him.
Should have cut him.
Should have cut him. Yeah, this was not my area of expertise here.
I mean, screens are hit or miss sometimes, like right, because that guy can always just run around. But I mean, everybody gets a plus. It's a touchdown.
At least I made him go behind me.
Yeah. You made him circle around, which made it harder.
I like the receiver screen though.
Getting
I like
some
the
love.
like the smoke screen where you just flash real quick, then go out and trap the guy.
Yeah, you're supposed to trap because he's supposed to run right up that little alleyway in between these blocks.
But this
I
hated
him
these.
and get inside. He's going to take him, push him out. Running back's supposed to just run right up. That's what he did, actually.
Oh, I see in the
Good
chat someone gave a quick shout out to Todd McClure, the OG on this line. Played for 14 years, going into the Falcons Hall of Honor this fall. Guy that got me started. Like the way you talk about Brad Meester, that was him for me.
That was y'all's Brad Meester.
Yeah, he was the old wily vet in the room. It showed me the tricks of the trade, how to be a pro, all the good things.
Mm-hmm.
So every successful team has a guy like that.
Oh yeah, every good old line has a guy who's been there like 10 plus years. Like, I mean, look, Cleveland could have had a guy like that with Alex Mack. They had Alex Mack.
Yeah,
this dude was there forever. I mean, and he was pretty much the best free agent center coming out when he came up when his contract ended up. Jaguars were trying to make a play for him, but he ended up. Where did he end up going to? I think he ended up going.
He did a year in Atlanta. He went
to Atlanta. Yeah, that's where he went. He went to Atlanta, but he's somewhere else now, though.
He bounced around a little bit towards the end. I think he might have just hung him up.
I think he's playing this year. I thought I saw him.
I thought he had hung him up.
I thought I saw him.
But yeah,
I saw him. I can't remember who it was with.
He's been out there though. But if you want to see a good run blocking center, smart guy, gonna anchor your line.
Hell yeah,
he'll get you right.
All right, now. So here is, and this is now a Jaguars game. This is us against the Colts, 2012, same season, and we are in Indianapolis, and This is I'm at right guard. So here I am here, doubling down. Got him moved out the way.
Giving them the
Got
business.
this nice little 6. Got him locked up here. Yeah, a little bit of the edge, but I kept him engaged. We got here.
Nice pass off right there.
Passing off the game on the pass set. We got a little TE here. He's trying to penetrate through this tackle's hip. He's going to come looping around. He got chipped by the running back. I sent this dude to my tackle, and he didn't have anything coming off that chip. He just had to fall back and try to play ball.
Hey, they're not really trying
made my life easy. Made my life easy.
If they see you're there at all, they're shutting it down. The DMs,
yeah, they're not even trying to get involved in all that. So they had an offside on that play. So
they're only going to rush if they see you're just like not looking, or you're still tied up.
Or if they got a lot of space to work with.
Yeah.
If they don't have a lot of space, then they don't really want to get. They don't want to go inside to the interior because that means you're going to get a double team.
Yep.
And you got to get physical if you want to get by.
Or shoved into somebody. It's awfully.
Here we are. This is
awfully physical.
This is, I don't know what play this was. This is like a. This is a design like. I mean, it's a lead, but we're playing to the backside call, so got to get it's a little bit of a tricky block. You got to square them up. You got to make them bubble over the top. Got up into them.
Yeah, nothing you can do.
Play.
The back takes it out there. God dang.
Yeah, he had to make the play 8 yards down the field. Now, that's just Mojo running. Now here, got a good pass set there. Keep his arms down. Don't know where that. Yeah, it was incomplete. Boom. This is what I'm talking about when you got to punch a cat. When you really got to punch a cat, because this dude immediately, you'll see it here. He tries to hit me with a quick arm club swipe, all that. But this is what I'm talking about. He's already setting up the move. One arm down here, one arm up here. Boom. Yep. Hit him, and it actually shook him up top, and it stifled him. Because I knew, from my film study that this guy likes to do a lot of hand swiping.
And most D linemen, once you stop that initial move, they're not. Oh, yeah, get some more. They're not going to have a good backup plan. Like really, only the great pass rushers have a backup plan if you defeat their initial move.
Yeah, the initial move is usually followed up with something that counters to the opposite way that they're going. But after that, it's over with for most guys.
Yeah, most guys after that just kind of titty bump you.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you got me.
You get a sneak here.
Next play.
Just protecting my gap on the sneak. Give me that plus. Pull in here. This guy hangs tight. Tried to get him Coke canned out, but he didn't end up making the play. But
I mean, if he takes it back to the A gap, nothing else you can do. Oh,
yep.
Damn.
He falls over the top. That's fine. Now here we got an A gap run directly down the A. Got to keep this tackle sealed off. And we pick up
made
first.
That one right there. Yeah.
Now this one here, we got a little reverse going.
A little trickeration.
Trickeration. God. My guy made the play, but that play was fucked. That play wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, those are feast of fans.
He's getting chased by the DB, by Antoine Bethea off the rip.
Yeah, those types of plays, it's hit or miss.
Here we just got a little play action. Mojo doing his thing. And here, another pass set. Quarterback fumbled it somehow. I think he got his arm hit.
Yeah. It was strip.
3rd and 3. Missed with my initial right arm, but you kept my feet going, so I recovered it. You'll see it here. Kept my slide going, stayed in front of him. We recovered.
Yeah, I think that was the right tackle there. My least favorite play.
Yeah, field goal. Especially, I'd be like, please let it be on this ass over here.
Yeah, if you're the field
double
guard,
teams coming from the field. Yeah.
That field guard is finna get it. Oh my God. And hold on, did we swap? Was I like the strong?
Oh, bro, they always had me.
No.
I was always
right.
right
I was
side.
always right guard.
I was on
But
the
they wanted
right,
to-
but
they wanted
it's
to
like
keep
you
us-
always end up being the field guy, though.
They wanted to keep us on our same stance. So I was
Yeah.
I was the right guard in a left-hand stance. So
Yeah.
And most of the time our kicker wanted us on that hash. So I'm just taking the brunt of that shit.
Yeah. So
Probably took 2 years off my career. Being on
oh,
fucking
you
field
damn
goal.
bro. We had a couple. Oh my God. Whew. We had a couple where I was like, bro, I was on the verge. I can feel so much weight and pressure, and one leg was coming off the ground. I'm like,
and when we were playing, you could still like triple team the guard. It didn't fucking matter.
Yeah. The guard would get everybody because they wouldn't let you hit the center no more.
Yeah.
So it would just be like 2 defensive tackles over you with the linebacker behind them pushing.
Yeah, you just had to be
and
off.
they're slanting the rest of the D line to you.
Yeah. So your helmet had
like,
to be the inside tackle's helmet had to be off the center's body. So basically they had to be on you. Now I'm getting another fat motherfucker trying to, one trying to stand you up, the other one trying to blow you out. I mean,
those were the fucking worst.
It's man's work in there.
Those are the worst. I mean, I swear. But now let's go ahead. Let's get back and look at some current film. Actually, it's going to be 2021. We're going to look at the Cincinnati Bengals, and we're going to look at their game against the Tennessee Titans. This was a game where the Bengals gave up 9 sacks. 9 sacks. So we're going to look at the first drive from their offensive line, and then I don't have the ball to start. And then we will. Okay, that was one of them. We could just first click and boom, we're there. He's getting sacked. Let's see here. Let me bring it back. Let's bring it back. What happened? They get a turnover? Because Tennessee got the ball first. What the hell happened? Oh, they did get a turnover. Boom. All right, so first play here. Okay. Holy crap. Sack.
Hold on. We can't see it.
Oh, whoa. My bad. Y'all can't see it. Oh, I didn't share it. Sorry. When we were looking at it like, damn, them boys suck.
Shit, I mean, most
All right,
people
here we
remember that
go.
game. They were, 9 sacks in a game.
This is the Bengals against the Titans. Bengals end up giving up 9 sacks in this game. And this is the first play from scrimmage for the Bengals after they just get a turnover from Tennessee. Let's get into it.
Like 3 or 4 is a bad day at the office.
3 is a bad day. 4 is like, goddamn.
Y'all might be running sprints after the game.
I mean, somebody going to come right over with the film and just be like, you can't do this. I got kids.
You might get a pink slip on the plane. We're going to go a different direction.
Though? Oh, man, we're going to make upgrades after that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is their first play, sack. I mean, let me take a look at his drop here. Oh, well, he's in shotgun, so it shouldn't even matter. Let's look at what they do. Okay, so I can already tell you right here, this is going to be a loser.
Yeah,
look how wide his legs are.
A lot of weight on that outside leg there.
A lot of weight on the outside leg. Really, if he gets up the middle if he gets any kind of push up the middle here, you're going to be on your heels. That's how wide he is. You're too wide there. You have no knee bend at all to absorb any kind of contact with. I would say this is kind of the position you want to be in when you're making contact. Look at that arm. He's got that arm placed perfectly. He's got the arm placed perfectly. He's in good position, cutting his guy. He's kind of down the middle, but he's still in good position. This guy's not rushing very hard upfield. And, I would say that these 2 players here are in probably the most danger because of the fact that he's in bad position and you've got to deal with somebody who's rushing from wide. So he's going to be using a move on you. I mean, that's pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
And like I said, no balance. He has to He has to readjust. You have to open your hip to readjust when you're that wide. So he's going to get immediate pressure. Now, what's happening here? That's pretty fucking good right here.
And then the back kind of screws the other two guys.
Yeah, you got to tell them running backs, hey, if you touch me, I'll kill you.
I mean, they end up
touch me, I'll kill you.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than having.
There's nothing worse than this. That's going to be a problem.
It's either going to give you a hyper extended elbow or knock you off your block.
Knock you off your block, yeah. Because once you feel that, once anybody touches you while you're blocking somebody, that means something to me as a guard. If I'm blocking a dude and my own teammate hits me in this shoulder, my left shoulder, then it means my eyes are going to go. Yeah, my eyes are going to go outside, and I'm going to start moving that way. That's just instinctual because you think you're passing a game, or you think there's a blitz coming, and you have to slide out to pick up somebody. So it's like you don't want somebody to be, because the center could easily feel this pressure or feel this contact, and then think that that's his guard, and then
and just leave,
and then leave this way, just leave, and you won't even know because you're taught to react to certain keys that you react to, and if I feel my own guy's shoulder pad hit me, it means he's trying to take over my block.
Taking that block over, yeah. So now I got to get over to go help someone else.
Now here, we're not even through the play action yet. He's still going through that play action, and you're already beat on the edge. You're on your toes right here. You've got to open this hip because you had all your weight on it. The only way for you to get your balance back is to shift that weight here, and then open this leg so you can try and push him outward.
Yeah,
try and
you
run
just got to turn and sprint.
Yeah, and now that's first problem. This kid, that's
going to make it easy for him. It kind of creates a natural rub where he can use that to get under 73 here.
Yeah, because he sees this and he just follows his
defense. Too much air.
Way too much air.
Look at all the grass. No one can defend that much space.
Way too much air. That's what's scary about it. Is look how far he's rushing you from. That's a schematic thing right there. I would have been like, oh, you can't. How would you know until you get in the game? I guess. But if I'm the OC, I'm taking him off of here. I'm like, no. We're gonna we're gonna stand you up right here. That way, he has to honor where he's really supposed to run through you. Yeah. Because this is scary. He's running from 6 yards away. Now, if he, save for him getting beat immediately here, he gets into his chest, gets a good jolt on him to get him off of him, and then just natural game. This is a natural TE.
Yeah, that's not by design. He just sees that.
Yeah, it's not by design. That's something they did.
You can't help yourself but to go with that big gap.
Yeah. Okay. Good protection here. There. Good pocket. Okay, playmaker. Those boys got some playmakers now.
Yeah.
They just ain't got no linemen.
To overcome 9 sacks, shit.
For real. That's good blocking. I would give them all positives on that. All positives on that. All right, let's see this one.
Do yourself a favor, tackles. Get the 2-point stance.
Now, again, look at this compared to what you saw earlier from what we were doing. Look at this blocking. This is dog shit. Oh, no. We're fighting. You're 77, too. You should not ever allow yourself to get done like that if you wear a 77. Like, this is not run blocking. This is shuffling. Everyone here is shuffling with blocks. Shuffle. Well, he crossed his legs and just got all out of. I can't even tell you what play they're running. I can't even tell you what play this is.
Oh, I see what you mean on 77. Damn. That's tough.
And then this. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, my goodness. You don't ever let him do that to you. Ever. Oh, bro, we're fighting. We are fighting.
We ain't even got out the
first quarter. We ain't even got out the first quarter. Uche got kicked out the game.
Yeah, you got to like corkscrew yourself out of that shit. And
yeah, you got to like spin. I mean, you got to definitely grab. I mean, God damn, he shoved your head into. I mean, hell no. Me and you, we fight.
And still couldn't get an illegal hands to the face.
Couldn't even get it. Yeah, because that's what that was. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Even if you got my face, I ain't gonna sit there and just take that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and break your fingers. I'm gonna grab your wrist and try and break your fingers off of my face mask.
Damn.
I mean, it's a playoff game, so I'm not gonna punch you, but
hurt your fucking back.
But I am gonna catch you slipping multiple times this game.
Or trap that wrist and try to break his fucking elbow or something, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, he finna get it.
You're not finna just.
He finna get it.
Oh God.
God, what is this?
They didn't. Was this a? This had to be 5-man pro.
Okay, this
For him
is
to step on 41 like this. Well,
what happens here?
I mean, they got 7 potential blockers.
So this is a dog blitz. It's going to be boom, boom, boom. Okay. Running back.
They're releasing that back though. So
and that's why.
That tackle's double reading from. Well,
yeah,
these two guys.
Yeah, they fucked him. They fucked him right here.
But also,
because really, he should be going to pick up this guy, and running back should be coming right here and taking this guy.
Yeah, but by scheme,
that's because if you're doing a slide protection.
Yeah. This is just a hot protection, so they know they got, nobody else.
He knows that whoever's overhang is on him.
Yeah, so he's double reading this. He should be vertical setting though, not so much. Not on a.
He could vertical set and hope to like get a piece of him late, but he's got to keep his priority here. I think if this is hot, you got to prioritize the inside.
Yep.
So he would vertical set this guy with your eyes out here. If he blitzes tight off the edge, then you could try to do a ping pong where you hit him and then launch yourself into him just to get the quarterback a little bit longer to get it out.
It doesn't have to.
And I mean, this
ball's coming out quick.
Yeah, the ball's coming out, and he only gets one. I mean, it's like you have to throw this when he's launching this guy to this guy, or you're going to get sacked because his initial contact here will hold up a little bit, but it's not going to do much on him.
Yeah, when the quarterback sees that guy come, though, he knows it's coming out fast. I mean, it's already coming out fast in a 5-man pro.
I mean, really, he should have just lobbed it over the top over here to the running back.
Just get rid of it now.
He tried. I mean, he tried to do something with it.
Yeah, I don't need the special play. Just do something basic.
That's on the offense coordinator.
Yeah, trying to do 5-man pro.
Got him. Oh my God, this is gonna be ugly.
I already see like 3 gets right now.
Yep. I said, oh no, he got him.
That's a
right here. Come on, 77. Jesus Christ.
Fucking jailbreak screener.
That's all on you.
Fucking jailbreak. Everybody gets it.
And you a Nigerian. You better figure this shit out, cuz.
Oh no.
Oh, what happened?
Oh.
I mean, they just broke out on
was it the 4-man game?
Oh. Yeah.
So they got the strength overloaded here.
Oh, the film cuts.
Oh, okay. But they got 3 guys to the right of the center. So there's some crazy games coming.
Yeah, 3 guys over here, 2 over here. So this is a 5-man rush.
No. They had 1 guy on the left and 3 on the right. So they took the nose and put them on the right side.
Oh.
So they got to do some crazy shit to get.
Yeah, because there was nobody in this gap, huh?
Yeah. Someone's got to come over there.
Because I know this guy right here was the 3 technique. He rushed a little bit upfield and went inside.
Yeah.
This guy wraps around right here. This guy blitzes and he wraps around right here. So they ran a TT. Whoa, hold on. They ran a stunt. No, they ran a down.
Oh, no, there's 5 guys. So a backer must have came.
Down, around. They ran a TT. He went down. Tackle went around. He's right here. Then they ran, I think they blitzed this linebacker.
I think the red sleeve guy might be a tackle too. I can't tell. He kind of looks big.
Hold on.
I'm not sure. Let's go. Can we see it from the side?
He was the 3 technique to start, but I don't know if he's okay. Yeah. So this is what he does. He goes here. He goes here. And no, my bad. He goes here. Oh, this is him, right? Yeah, he goes here. This guy goes here. And I think this guy right here ends up coming all the way around.
I think you're right. It's one of the red sleeve guys comes all the way around.
Yeah, I think he goes all the way around. Yep, there he is. He comes all the way around.
Man. Like,
so it was a tackle loop. Ooh, 2 loops. One big loop, one small loop.
When you see an alignment like that, I think everybody
it's got to be red flag.
Everybody come back.
Everybody just jelly back and just pick them up.
We're playing a Red Rover. Everybody.
Yeah, don't chase them. Yeah, you can't chase them.
That's
just
all they're looking
back
for.
Quickly and pick up the guys as they come across as they stunt across your face.
As soon as one guy turns his shoulders, someone's coming around.
Somebody's gonna come. Somebody's gonna come through the opposite way. Whoa, that's. I know if I'm a quarterback, I'm like, motherfuckers. You just go down immediately.
There's throw the ball on the ground. Fuck, live to fight another day. Take the grounding.
That shit in the stands.
Take the grounding.
All right. 77, bro. You about to get called for holding too. You keep doing that shit. This dude, man. Look, I have a real problem with motherfuckers who wear my number and don't play well. I mean, that's just, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Goodness gracious.
So you set here, but you don't punch. You hug up to him. Oh, that punch was weak.
He punched totally he punched
his
so
chest,
wide.
at his belly button damn near.
He punched outside of his shoulder. Watch his right hand. It's going to go
look how you're
way out here.
Yeah, that's it right there. He's already punched it right there. Now, this is the problem for offensive linemen. This is the problem this is how they get beat quick. This is how you get beat quickly. Is when you lean out to punch somebody and your entire body weight is over this knee. All your weight is right here. All he has to do is slap this outside arm that you're trying to punch with. I mean, because this front side arm is not going to do anything. All he has to do is slap here and get inside because you have no weight right there. His foot's off the ground almost. As soon as he makes a move to the inside, he's got to open his hip up to be able to run him, and you've already lost. He's already at the quarterback's lap by that point. So here, what happens? He actually recovers. Barely recovers. And that's probably has more to do with his natural athleticism to be able to, I mean, and he's holding. Not going to front, because watch. He spun all the way around him. He's holding. But he recovered better than you could even ever expect. That's how bad that pass set was.
Yeah, he was in a really tough position.
I mean, by his own hand.
Right.
By his own hand.
Nothing the other guy did.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can never beat yourself like that. Because once you beat yourself, it's pretty much, you're going to be in a bad position. But, Justin, you said you got to roll? You can go ahead and roll, man. I'll close things out.
All right, people. We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Yes, sir. But as you can see here, just a very poor job in protecting. And like I said, and let me, and you saw it earlier when we were showing our own footage. Like, there's a distinct difference you can see in how clean a lot of the blocking is on the offensive line compared to when we played as compared to now. And it's like, we played against freakish athletes too. We had a lot of freakish athletes. It wasn't that long ago. It was just 10 years ago. So we're kind of in that same era, but there has been a clear decline in what we're getting out of our offensive line play in today's NFL. And I think that, we've showcased that pretty well. So that is going to be it for us, guys. That's going to be it for us on this Monday. We will be back on Wednesday with another O-line breakdown, more commentary on the headlines from the sports world. Definitely, if you are interested, go to the community tab in the channel and Vote in our poll. Let's see where we're going to fall at when it comes to this fantasy football league. I want to get it started by the end of this week so that we can have guys sign up. We're trying to decide whether we're going to make it members only. Now, if you want to become a member, you can join. There should be a tab down below where you can join for our $1.99, I believe, a month is the lowest entry rate for the channel. We've got a number of guys who've been with the channel for a couple of years now who are members. So please consider that if you want to be a part of our fantasy football league, because we're probably going to be leaning towards a members-only fantasy football league for Lineman Life Live. But we do appreciate you guys very much for being in here. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And we will catch you guys on Wednesday on the next Lineman Life Live. Hope everyone has a wonderful Monday night. I hope everybody will join our fantasy football league. So see you guys soon. Peace out. Have a good one.